guys, I'm playing a bit more standard today, and I'm continuing my experiments with creatureless Grixis, or Grixis Invoke. So it's built around 4 Invoke Despairs and 4 Invoke Calamity to sort of cast the Despair from the graveyard. We also have we now have 4 Galvanic Iterations to copy spells. So there's been a few changes since my last attempt. I've tried to fit more direct damage in the deck. So instead of Strangle, we have Lightning Strike and Play with Fire. Instead of Malicious Malfunction, I've gone up to 4 End the Festivities, which is only 1 damage to each opponent and each creature. But I'm thinking, hopefully, we'll be able to copy it and do 2 damage to everything without too much hassle. We still have the 2 burn down the house for 5 damage. To deal with things like Sheoldred, I think Maestros Charm is the answer. We've got 4 of these to do 5 damage to a single target. I have dropped the Celestus. I mean, this would be a very good deck for the Celestus because I have a lot of things I can do at instant speed, and it helps you ramp into an Invoke Despair on turn 4. But I wanted to just fit more of this direct damage in the deck. I wanted to keep the 2 Tainted Indulgences, so these are. I think I like having 2 mana card draw. It just means certain opening hands are a little bit better if you have this to try and draw into your lands and things. I've gone up from 26 to 27 land, so I'm going to try and lean on just drawing land a bit more often. And I have 1 X spell, Light Up the Night. So we can. It has a flashback which involves loyalty counters. Forget about that. This is basically the only direct damage X spell I'm aware of. So if you look at something like Torch Breath, it's uncounterable, but it can't go face. It can only hit creatures. This can actually go face, which is very interesting. The reason I've gone for this deck is I had an experience. I played against another control deck that was using a lot of life gain. It got above 30 life with the new white life gain spell. It's not here. It's gain 1 life for each card in your hand and draw a card, and it's 3 mana. So I thought I'll put a bit more damage in the deck, and I'll put this. I was sorely missing a big X spell finisher against that deck. I did briefly consider there is an instant that stops players gaining life. I think it's called Call in a Professional, but I think that's a step too far. That's like putting a sideboard card in the main deck. It's 3 damage to any target, but it costs 3 mana, so it's kind of like a worse Lightning Strike. If they don't have life gain in the deck, it's just a bit worse. So I fancy trying out this version, and also it's going to be interesting to see if I've got enough sweepers. I've got the 4 End the Festivities to burn down the house. So can I sort of just drop Malicious Malfunction and get away with these? That's something I'm curious about. So I am going to just play in best of 1 ranked. It's quite interesting. I've been playing a few more control decks now in ranked. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed that weird background swishing noise you get sometimes. So seem to have that at the moment. I think I'll keep this hand. And I'll play another tap land, I think. I might have a look at Maestros Charm here. So this, gotta remember, this can look at the top 5 cards of the library and put one of those into the hand, the rest into the graveyard. So interestingly, he's not done anything yet. Now, should I... Yeah, let's play another tap land. Let's not mess about here. Okay, it's red-green. Alright. If I had gone for the untapped mana source, of course, I would be able to answer this. Okay, interesting. Okay, we have End the Festivities, so we've got a few options. We could just Maestros Charm this. We could Iteration, play with fire. We could play with fire and the Festivities. I don't know what the best option is. I'm going to Iteration, play with fire. Which I could do at instant speed in his turn, but he's tapped out, so I'm going to do it now. This is sorcery speed, of course. And we've got that again if we need it. Okay, he's got a bigger creature. So this is where Maestros Charm is going to be quite good. Again, he's tapped out, so we'll do that. Tovalar Overlord. So, I mean, it's typical in a way, but I have downgraded some of the removal in the deck. I'm now meeting a big creature deck. 3 toughness, 4 toughness, 3 toughness. So End the Festivities is looking a little bit silly, you've got to say. I think, so he can do 2 damage to all his creatures, and this is obviously going to draw him a card every turn. I think let's try Big Squirrel here. Discard Sulfurous Springs. I think End the Festivities could still be quite good. Alright. We've got Invoke Calamity. So, Invoke Calamity, Maestros Charm. Yeah. That seems good. So, oh, Storm the Festival. Wow. Okay, that could be pretty nasty. Notice he's got a werewolf. He's got Phyrexian Carvu as well. So it's not just a werewolf deck, and that's got haste. Okay. Wow. Okay. Casual 4/4 haster. What does this do? You can do extra damage to me. Lovely. So, I mean, the big sweeper I'm missing. I don't have Brotherhood's End. That's what I'm missing, basically. That's why I was playing Malicious Malfunction. So that's what I would need here, in a big way. Interesting you would play non-werewolves in a green-red deck. Okay, over to my turn. Right, so Invoke Calamity. 6, 7, 8. Let's play an untapped mana source. 7. We have 9 mana. We could actually end the festivities. I think we could do 3 damage to everything. It would only kill Tovalar. That is the sad thing. If I did Invoke Calamity, if I copied the Invoke Calamity, things get very complicated, and my head starts to hurt. So I'm going to do Galvanic Iteration. I'm going to end the festivities. 2 damage to everything, right? I'm going to invoke Calamity. So we can end the festivities and we could just do a play with fire to kill one of his dudes. Right, play with fire to take out Arsonist. That takes out Tovalar. Yeah, we can't quite kill the other 4/4 creature. That was a good turn for him, putting like 8 power and toughness on the board. And we're dead next turn. Oh, we've got Invoke Calamity. What can we do with this? Well, Maestros Charm is the answer. That is all that's left. And the problem is, yeah, little problem with Maestros Charm. On his dude. He's going to leave behind a 7/7 creature, so we die anyway. I just gain 3 life. I might buy myself another turn. Hold this as something to discard. Okay, sure, another Storm the Festival. Why not? This time just a Kessig Naturalist. Yeah, Cura, very difficult for me to deal with. I'll just give this a shot. Because we'll draw a couple of cards. Just die through Lightning Strike. Okay. Well, that's an interesting take on werewolves. Yeah, had fun. So, we might be a little bit short of firepower when it comes to big creatures. Yeah, this is where you would want to play a couple of go for the throats. Would have helped there. Okay. Don't think this hand does an awful lot. Yeah. It's like do nothing till about turn 4. Hope we top deck a land. The risk with running 4 Galvanic Iterations in the deck, you end up just drawing loads of them in the opening hand. But they give you, I guess, fodder to discard to big score. I wonder if this is the Dimir draw 2 deck. So, we have a tap land, but we're going to play Coast, so we can big score. could discard the lounge or one of the iterations. Let's drop an iteration. So he might be running some counter magic, we'll see. Now we can copy a Tainted Indulgence. Let's manage to get 3 of them. That's nice. Okay, give this a shot. Alright, let's discard a land. Okay, cool. Got a big score in the graveyard, we've got a Tainted Indulgence in the graveyard. A 5 mana spell in the graveyard might help us, so let's drop our Burn Down the House. Then we need, we've got 0, 2, 4, 5. 0, 2, 4, 5. So, yeah, we don't have anything immediately useful. We could evoke Calamity, end of his turn, burn down the house. Okay. About big score dropping a big score. Okay. Resolve that. Tainted Indulgence. Ooh, Negate. Okay, building up our firepower a little bit. 6, 7, 8. So, iteration. Invoke Despair. It's possible. Let's go for that. Seems like fun. Gets copied. It's got to counter both of them. Okay, one's countered. Did it work? Does it just fizzle? Shock crab on that. Okay. 2 counter spells. He was up to the task. So to do that again, I need 8 mana. I'm on 7 mana. Invoke Calamity at the end of his turn and have Negate back up. But is there any hurry at all? You know what? I could put a 3 mana thing in there and then my Tainted Indulgence would be better. Maybe we could just draw some cards. How about that? Invoke Calamity for a bit of card draw. So we can... right. This one will go off second, I believe. So we'll do Tainted Indulgence. And then we'll do Big Score first. Discard Maestros Charm, because we don't have a 3 in the graveyard. And that will make Tainted Indulgence better. There we go. Interesting. Right. We could discard a Xander's Lounge. Costs us a treasure, but I think it's worth it. Okay, but burn down the house. Right. Alright, so... about some, burn down the house action. Make some devils. Could have copied it, couldn't I? Draw a card with that, okay. So, definitely getting through the devils, that's nice. That gives him a little problem to deal with. Behold the Unspeakable. So this is a really good card that lets him draw a load. So I think that has to be negated. Although, what am I thinking? That does get rid of enchantments, doesn't it? Famously. Right. He's a little bit weak, it looks like. I'm thinking we could Iteration, Invoke Despair on him. Maybe swinging with the devils first. Count up my mana. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll have 2 spare mana. Okay, one of them is bounced. Interesting, just gets exiled, doesn't even, it doesn't die properly, so you don't get the point of damage. So I will Iteration. Another Invoke Despair. That could be 12 damage and 6 cards. Interesting. We could play a no, we can't. I could. No, I can't. I could do 3 damage now. Let's do 3 damage to face as well. Taken out, down to 2. He's got 2 cards left though. Let's discard a land. Let's Galvanic Iteration. End the Festivities. Extra style points. There we go. Nice. But it's surprising the number of creatureless control decks I come up against when I'm playing this deck. I'm going to go beyond the 4 wins today because the Mastery Pass is timing out tomorrow morning, and when that happens we'll have the new set, we'll have 3 new quests, and the actually the weekly win tracker will reset, so it's worth getting a few extra wins today. And I'm enjoying playing this deck. I think this is quite fun, so I think we'll keep this 2-lander. It's not the best in the world. We'd love to draw 2 Galvanic Iterations in the opening hand. I seem to do it every time. Ah, there's the 3rd land there. Not bad. He's got a very strong start. That's a very scary card. So, werewolves are back in fashion, I guess. Never went away, I think, is the true answer. Red is 5 round, so see, what do these 2 guys have in common? 1 toughness. Now, where's my 1 toughness sweeper that I put 4 of in this deck? We could actually probably quite profitably Maestros Charm. Try and find it in the top 5 cards in the library. The only trouble is this will start to get knocked up. That's a little bit too big. So that's a lot of damage. So I'm dead next time. Good stuff. Good stuff. We did not draw our 1 mana removal spell. We can, whilst he's tapped out, just in case, you know, they have one of these annoying protection spells, I think I Maestros Charm the 3/2, which could be tricky for me to deal with, because we know what our out is. We want our 1-point sweeper. Maybe I need to run 4 Play with Fires in this deck. I mean, it wouldn't have helped against the big creature deck I played first, of course. Now it's the small creature version. Okay, small haste, and that puts me on 1 life. And it's got 3 toughness, which is difficult for me to deal with. Okay, that's a good game. Wait. Let's try one thing. Let's try one thing. Invoke Despair is not gonna happen this game. Discard that. Get these 2 cards. Interesting. We're still dead. We're still dead. Could maybe cut one Maestros Charm for another Play with Fire. Keeping to the direct damage theme. Obviously, a lot of people would go for cut down. No No blue mana here, but we've got 3 lands. We can't cast this, we can't cast this, we can't cast this. It's terrible. Let's keep it. I hit that 4th land and hope the big score fixes the deck and that my opponent is... Oh! Thran Portal is the saviour. Blue mana, please. Right. Next. I'm gonna go for this. Let's see if it counters it. That's 2 damage, isn't it? That's the pain land going off as well. We hit the land. Very important. The well, that'll be land number 5. Got land number 4 already. I think we'll drop Galvanic. Haunted Ridge, and we could channel this and go for 2 damage, and I think that's not the worst idea in the world. Can't counter it, it's some kind of blue deck. Let's do something aggressive. So you're going to use his removal spells on these dudes. Yeah, there's Rhino's Vortex. I feel like this might be the same person I played earlier. Celestis. Yeah. Okay, let's big score. Negate's going to be very useful for me here. Yeah, let's discard another iteration. Okay, now we've got some action. Did not hit that land, but never mind. Hey, Shieldred. Okay. Alright. Respect. Maestros Charm for 5 damage. That's what it's there for. Right, we've got 3 more mana. Nothing. Oh, let's draw a card. We drew the land. So happy. Right. 1 more damage. Let's keep chipping away. Number 2. Oh, is it Kato Suzuki? He's just kind of annoying. I think I'll negate him. And then if this well, okay, it's going to phase out, so yes, he can definitely get away with that. So let's resolve that and auto pay and use my treasures. We got him. Yeah, we don't have the stuff. I think we're discarding a lightning strike here. Okay, cool. Let's play a tap land. Got the land for next turn as well. So I think hitting 8 mana is a pretty big deal. Then we can Iteration and Invoke. He's got to counter 2 Invokes. Yes. Let's swing in for some damage first. Right, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think it works. So, hydration. To Invoke Despairs. One's negated. This should turn into another one. Yes, it does. Good. That's some land. Invoke, if I Galvanic Iteration, Invoke Calamity. Essence Scatter, yep. Okie doke, right, let's count the mana. 7, 8 mana. This is instant speed. So I'm going to go ahead and Iteration and look at my mana. I need 4 red in there. I do have 4 red. Calamity. Well, let's go for Maestros Charm. And Tainted Indulgence to draw some cards. Doesn't mean I end up discarding. We've got extra land. Discard. Oh yeah. Ow. Oh. Why did I draw cards? That was silly. Dealing with this Sheoldred here. No, your graveyard. That's the bit that always confuses me. Right. Decline that. Okay. So yeah, I guess I was thinking. Okay, land. Probably okay for land, right? My thinking was, let's kill Sheoldred with the 5 damage spell first, and then do Invoke Despair. So he has to. If he's got a counter spell, he's going to counter spell the Maestros Charm. So he's got nothing left for the Invoke Despair. But yeah, I didn't think about the card draw part of it. Oh, we have another land. That's good. It's always nice to have land. I'll gain him a life point. But this is definitely a very good matchup for me. This is the kind of deck I do want to run into. I mean, it does have counter spells, but it's got lots of dead cards. Basically, it's as simple as that. Again. And a lightning strike to the dome. Charm, nice. Okay, no sign of our copying spell for a change. Come up with a name for this weird swooshing sound in the background. I think it's like a washing machine or something. Okay. We have a very serious game on our hands. Do not instantly have an answer to whatever this is going to be. Hey, it's Lizard Blades. I have a deck like this. Lizard Blades into Mono, that makes sense to me. Alright. Draw 2. Oh no, do I want a Thran Portal against this? Well, if we can so we have a bit of a problem. I think I don't want to play Thran Portal. I'm just gonna, fingers crossed. I do have another land, that's good. So, trouble is we need double red and blue for this combination. We did get a swamp. This is a bit of a fault with the deck, I think. So we've gone for a lot of red spells, and I've dropped a lot of black spells, basically. Potentially could cut the swamps out of the deck, I'm thinking. Phoenix Chick, okay. Well, our next turn should be good. On the plus side. Oh yeah, that was, yeah, silly me. Yeah, 7 damage total. My turn. Okay, we are going to Galvanic and End the Festivities. Feels good. 3 for 2, not 3 for 1, but that's what the deck's supposed to do. will be easier without swamps in the deck, I think, if there might be a change to make. Black is just the splash colour at the moment. Oh dear, yeah. Whoops. So we did not hit land number 5, but that's very, very likely to happen. We're going to use this then to look for it. Ooh, okay. Okay. So looking like a creature's deck. Maybe I drop a Negate here. Iteration could be useful. Oh, yeah. Could Invoke Calamity be useful? Yes. I'm going to drop the Negate. Except that's the only thing I can cast. We might not have time to use a big score. Just have to hope we top deck the right things. That's what I think. Yeah. So we could double copy End the Festivities. But that would take 6 mana. Easier to just do burn down the house. Okay, well that's 6 damage. We need to top deck and untap mana source now. He's playing a deck with hasters and I'm going to be on 2 life, so it's not an ideal situation. Took out these 3, that was good, but yeah, he had some good follow-up. Okay, untap mana. Burn down the house. Yes, yes please. But yeah, hasters have always been a good answer to control decks, relying on... okay, Felden, another haster, I'm dead. Great. As I say, haste, good answer to board sweeper decks. And he has audacity just for extra damage. Nice. So that kind of deck is where I feel like I'm really missing the strangles that I've taken out. Three toughness creatures suddenly are a bit of a problem. It's a 2-lander. But I'm going second. I'm confident I will draw a 3rd land. It's a 27-land deck. There we go. Right, let's understand this card. Very interesting card. Okay. Guess he's going to be putting counters on his creatures. Is this a soldier by any chance? No, it's a cleric. Okay. No need to panic just yet, I think. I'm expecting some more creatures to turn up. So, play with fire to the dome. In fact, I'm going to copy it. Copy. Oh, has he got counter spells by any chance? Yes, he does. Spell Pierce in the Onbrook Escort deck. Love it. Got me good. See if you got another Spell Pierce. Alright, it's not a land, but it draws me into land with any land. Thank goodness for that. Okay, we've drawn into some land. Yeah, Light Up the Night isn't happening in this deck, I think. Haunted Ridge. Next. Right. So we've only got 3 black sources I need. Good. So I've decked another land. That's actually fantastic. So yeah, we're short on black sources. That's one issue here. Fairy Vandal. Okie doke. Well, let's see if this guy gets up to 3 toughness then. As we've established, that's going to be a problem. Security bypass. I think we can negate that. He's got another way of drawing a card. Second card each turn. Right. Doesn't have a counter on it, right? He can't do that. Very happy to draw that land. Okay, that's another black source. So I'm going to try and copy End the Festivities. I think I'll use the one from the graveyard. Playing around Spell Pierce, which is nice. Okay, alright, he has slip out the back, sure. Well, that makes sense. We took a swing. You know what kind of deck we're up against now. We have 6 mana. Actually, Iteration and double Maestros Charm. We'll do that on his upkeep. Right. Okay. Yes, we'll do that on the upkeep phase here. Galvanic Iteration. Maestros Charm. Wait. No, don't do it in response. Let it resolve. That was nearly a colossal error. And Maestros Charm. 5 damage to the big one. Or the small one? Go for the small one first. Okay, shield counter, right. This is one card, it was a shield counter. At least we've got one of these things. pass. Sure. Nice and discards that. Right, you have no cards in hand. 5 damage. Top decked another one, I'm afraid. Alright, let's keep it. We've got 2 very awkward spells in the opening hand. So it's definitely could have mulliganed. And we can't cast Maestros Charm yet because we've hit 2 swamps. I'm having second thoughts about these swamps. Sokenzan has to be our land. Now we could blow up a one of these dudes. I think we want a big score. Let's see, he's potentially got counter spells, so that's big score. And what do we discard? Iteration. Like these Invoke Despairs are quite a big asset. Anti-creature things, which makes sense. Oh, a shield. Okay. All right, we've got the answer. We've got Maestros Charm here. We'll just do that. Seems reasonable. Log Invoke. I'm just worried he's got a counter spell, but I think we just slam down these invokes. I think if he casts another Shieldred, we've got a big score in response and try and find an answer. Okay, big score in response. Discard Invoke Despair. Invoke Calamity is a response. Now I think of it, because it can cast Maestros Charm back from there. Right, let's just think about what we're doing. The one you do second resolves first, right? Is that... I think that's right. So I could Invoke Calamity, choose Iteration, choose Charm. What I'm going to do, it's an experiment. What I think should happen. At least I will learn something. No. Graveyard, please. So pick Iteration first, and then pick Maestros Charm. Let's see if it doubles up. 5 damage to you. Oh, okay. No. Went the wrong way around. I'll have to figure out what I did wrong there. But never mind. Shoulder number 3. Come on. Oh no, it's his own Invoke Despair. Okay, well, we got a Negate for that. That's lucky. Okay, get those two. Get that. Okay, well, that's a slower answer to Shieldred, I guess. Invoke back and forth, nice. Very good chance he's drawn another Invoke. 3 damage from Lightning Strike. Sure. Untap mana, is that going to help us? Not really. Well, it means I can cast Tainted Indulgence. He's got the third Invoke Despair after the after having 2 Shieldreds. That's fair play. You can also kill me with Bankbuster. Yep. So that wins. Activate Bankbuster. Yeah, you can crew at instant speed. So Lightning Strike doesn't do it. I think, yeah, Fable does a lot of work in this kind of matchup. So he's got the extra bit of card selection. Makes all the difference. That's only 3 damage. I think I'm going to do this and just see. I don't think there's anything in the deck which gives me 1 life point. Okay, got me. one more game, I think. One more. I thought I was going to get to gold, but not quite. I suspect we're missing malicious malfunction a bit too much, or Brotherhood's End. Alright, yeah, here we go. So see if it's Paul to Phyrexia deck, yeah. In theory, I should do quite well against this deck because I don't have any creatures, but we can iteration the festivities here to save ourselves 3 damage. But let's give it a turn. It could be. It's usually Fable of the Mirror Breaker this turn. Might have a goblin to get rid of. And I only hit 2 black mana this time. Okay, ambitious farmhand. But yeah, still going to be quite powerful, this card. It's going to bring all his creatures back. So can't even beat it. I don't think you can even beat this if you're creatureless. You got to have, you got to have graveyard removal, I suppose. That's one thing I'm lacking. Oh, don't do that. Okay, we'll just do this to just buy a bit of time. That's actually, 3 black mana I've got now. That's nice. Yeah. That's another good choice for... so there's the Cityscape leveler. So you can only... yeah, when you cast this, you get the effect, or attack with it. So it's less brutal than the the Portal, which doesn't care if you cheat it into play. Okay, play with fire. One thing we could do is copy play with fire and do it to his face. To try and dig for that 4th black source. Should be, I think, more relevant than just doing a scrapwork mutt. Oh, that's gonna be... that's a lot of ramp. That's him at 7 mana. So this thing is coming back. Destroys 1 non-land permanent. Okay, let's Galvanic Iteration. Throw fire to face. Okay, big score. That's fine. Let's do this. Discard the land. The Invoke Despair are precious. Oh, no land. But I guess we've got Negate mana up. We can do one Invoke Despair. Nope. Can't do much about that, unfortunately. It comes with built-in Invoke protection. Fair enough. The dog, okay. Hey, we hit a land. Invoke Despair doesn't feel too good here, but we at least draw some cards. We're taking a lot of damage. We're taking 10 damage from this lot. What would be good here would be a little sweeper. I think I could drop the Negate here. Okay. See how it is. In that case, we'll use 3 treasures, fire off an Invoke Despair. There's still a chance we could get a 1 mana sweeper off the top. No. It brings the damage coming in into 9. Oh wait, has he got 8 mana? Yeah. Yeah, he just does that and wins. Okay, good game. Let's get ready for it. So even if even if I had the sweeper, he has 13 damage. So I think, yeah, this game is a good place to end it, because this is literally the deck I should be beating with a creatureless deck, right? But it just doesn't matter. Oh well, because I don't have Graveyard Hate. And I'm just, my mana base is not consistent enough here. So that definitely needs a look. Yeah, Cosmic Washing Machine is still going on in the background. I think it must be some kind of bug. Okay, this is the deck. Right, so this is the idea with this deck, this version of Grixis Invoke. I try to include as much direct damage as possible, so that's why we're playing 4 End the Festivities, because it does chips away at the opponent. It does 1 damage. So you've got Play with Fire, got Lightning Strikes, and I've got 1 copy of Light Up the Night. Yeah, I've gone up to 27 land as well. I'm still getting quite a few 2-land hands, but we always seem to draw into land. And the main change, I think, for the deck, because we've gone quite heavily into red, cheap red spells. So it feels like blue is a bit of a splash color at the moment. We obviously need lots of black for Invoke Despair. So actually, maybe it's the island that we would want to drop here. Maybe we drop a swamp and a mountain and go for maybe we could go for 2 more Thran Portals potentially. Yeah, because I think it's for these spells you need something like 22 sources to cast these ones. So it'd be good to have just a little bit more certainty. Anyway, I think that is a video, so thanks for watching.